3, 2.
Now.
But I was counting.
No. Now.
Action! Here we go! Season 2, episode 24. In case you're keeping track at home, we keep track here. Not really. We actually forget literally every time and have to scroll back through. It's a long game. Who cares? Here's what I know. I like getting things in the mail. It's a special, fun thing. To this day, I don't think kids appreciate the day. Matter of fact, I was just sharing a story with Chloe. I was like, she mailed a letter. Blew my mind. Mailed a letter. I said, oh my God, we should do this. I said, when I was in 4th grade, we actually wrote letters. One of my teachers had the addresses to movie stars. And we sent them letters, and then we got pictures back, autographed. Anyway, we're kind of doing the same things. I got special mail delivery tonight. Airmail quarantine cocktail. I guarantee you don't know anything about this one. It's a fun one, and guess what? Come with me. We're heading into Blue Monkey Quarantina. Only business is monkey business, and guess what? We got a little special delivery that was delivered tonight in the form of Torres in the house.
Happy to be
Very
here.
excited.
Happy to be here.
Just what everybody says. Happy to be here. So we'll see how this works out, because obviously we weren't pre-gaming or anything.
Not at all.
Nope.
All right. They asked if there were any rules. I said there's no rules. You do whatever you want. I did ask Marvin before. So when you want to be on a show, there's a short waiver disclaimer that you have to go through. I asked some very general questions. One, is there anything you're allergic to? No. Do you mind if we hug when you get here? No, it's fine. And I said, is there anything that you just don't like? Because, you don't like eggs or things, we have those friends. And Marvin somebody said, I just don't like bad drinks.
That's right.
So,
I like the discriminative taste.
it's discriminatory, and it's probably going to be a letdown. Because I know you've not really had any actually here, but it's crap. But you're here. Let's do it. So, are you ready for this? The airmail cocktail. Heard of it? Been there? Done that?
No.
This is a
No,
crazy
it's
one.
new.
A lot of people. This is old school. So we're going back 1949. If you look it up, you will see most references say that this is from 1949, Esquire magazine. They had a little book they put out, and it was basically the handbook for hosts. And it was all these cocktails that everybody should know for the perfect party. That one's mine.
I know, but I can't see what you're doing.
Fair. All right. Just checking. So they will say 49. That was it. Actually, go back a year before that, 1948. There was another book that was put out there, The Fine Art of Mixing Cocktails. What a great book, because it is an art. So again, everybody's tying it to the 40s. Got to go one step back. 1941. W.C. Whitfield. He writes a book. Now, don't get him mixed up with W.C. Fields, who was an actor and comedian back in times. My Little Chickadee comedian.
Yeah,
You picture him with the hat, the big guy, drink. He had some funny quotes, though, and I got to give credit. So, like, a couple of his funny quotes were, one was...
I'm trying to try angles.
Yeah, I don't like this one.
Okay. Too close.
I don't have any shoes on. People are going to see how slob I am. So one of his quotes was, if at first you don't succeed, try again. But after that, just stop. You don't want to make a damn fool of yourself. He added on. And then the other one, he was known to be a big drinker. Played a drinker in a lot of movies. And somebody had asked, why do you drink so much? And his famous quote was, he said, a woman drove me to drink. And he said, I never got a chance to.
Probably true.
So, but anyway, back to it. It's W.C. Whitfield. He writes a book, and it's called Here's How. And basically, it was here's how to make a bunch of different cocktails. And that was really one of the first published references of the airmail. And that lived in history for a long time. But I think you know this. I dig deeper. I go more than 2 minutes into my research. I go 8 minutes. There it is!
I knew it.
8 minutes
8
of
minutes.
research. Here's what you find out in those last 7 or 8 minutes. Actually, you got to go back, 1911. So you have to understand where airmail came from. So a lot of people, I asked Shelby this morning, I said, when do you think airmail started? And your response was?
1920.
Yeah, 20, 30, I mean, planes, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
1911.
Wow.
U.S. started airmail service 1911. I know I have some friends out there in postal service. I'm going to throw one at you. 1911, first recorded by the U.S. Postal Service. They say it was in September of 1911. Basically, little U.S. mail from the Postmaster General in New York. However, there is one earlier than that. In 1911, in February, in California, and the run was from Santa Rosa to Petaluma, California. Now that one is the actual first U.S. airmail run. And what's funny about it, there was only 3 pieces of mail on the plane. And the reason it's not recorded as the first official is because it was a local postmaster, not the official postmaster of. So it's a footnote, but it was the first one. 3 pieces of mail. That's it. 3 letters, a bag of groceries, and some newspapers.
Wow.
Do you know how far it is? Trivia. Do you know how far it is from Santa Rosa to Petaluma, California? Take a wild guess.
100 miles.
100 miles.
Yeah.
600 miles.
600 miles. 15 miles. Now,
Right, never mind.
knowing that, how long do you think this took to deliver?
Oh. Now you go, what, an hour?
2 days.
Oh my gosh.
The guy takes off, right? Flies 4.5 miles. Altitude, by the way, of 100 feet. Made the plane himself. 4.5 miles. It breaks. He lands. Walks back. Leaves the plane. Has people guard it. He's got to go back. They fix it the next day. He then flies it again. It's a 2-day. This isn't like.
My.
Sounds like a broken glass episode.
Yeah. So that's where the U.S. mail starts. So we know that. 1918, if you go a little forward, that's when U.S. airmail actually really takes off in the U.S. It becomes kind of a thing. And if you can imagine people, the press back in the day, because we see all the media making fun of everything, even back in 1911, the press was making fun of it. And they wrote, there's an article written from a newspaper that said, oh, we can just see the U.S. airmail. That so love letters will be in pink envelopes, planes will run on perfume, and the pilots will have little wings strapped to their shoes as they deliver the mail. They made fun of it. They say this will never happen. Anyway, who cares? Paul, when are we making the damn drink?
Right.
Folks, I have guests. I'm entertaining here. Just bear with us. We're having a good time here, and we've been drinking anyway. Paul, tie it together. God bless it. Give it to 1930. Cuba. I know. This is where the drink is now headed. 1930, Cuba says, screw this. If the U.S. can have an airmail system, we can have an airmail system. So in 1930, Cuba starts their own U.S. airmail service. Well, not U.S. That would be stupid.
I was mad.
They start their, that's a drinking
I was
error.
like,
We'll edit that out. We edit nothing out. So they start their Cuba airmail service. Well, here's where it changes. Bacardi, Cuba, Bacardi, rum. Bacardi says, wait, we're going to promote this. Bacardi in 1930 puts out a pamphlet, and it's basically a what you do with Bacardi. And they create a drink in 1930, so well before the U.S., called the airmail. Bacardi, honey, a little champagne, and lime. The garnish, because you know I love garnishes, was a postage stamp.
wow.
So that is where it comes from. Now, how do you make it? For God's sakes, Paul, are you going to ever make it? I am going to make it. For anybody out there, as I go through this, a lot of people will say, man, it's starting to sound like a French 75. French 75 is gin instead of rum, lemon, simple syrup sweet champagne. And actually, this has become to be known as the Caribbean French 75. And I'm going to make it for you right now. Let's do it. So, all right, we're going local rum tonight, folks. Cooper's Island rum, made here in Cincinnati. They're not watching the show. They don't even know I'm doing this. But if you want to send me a free bottle of Cooper's rum, I'll drive up and pick it up. But anyway, Cooper's Island. Have you guys been to this distillery?
No.
Shelby, name?
March 1st in
March
Mason.
1st. Up in Mason.
I haven't been there.
Brewery, distillery.
They make
Rum's
vodka.
I've had beer, March 1st beer, but I've not been there.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a little ice in our mixer,
Right. I want to drink.
and here we go.
She knows no
Rum.
personal space.
2 ounces per drink. I know, it's a good one. So
That's
that's
right.
that's mine. One for Shelby. One for
Extra for
Marvin.
me.
Yeah.
And a
Don't
double
worry,
for
I got
Amy.
you.
And one to grow one.
And there you go, one for you.
Nice.
Ooh, I think I can fit all this in here. Next thing is we're going to go with honey. But don't just use honey. You want to go with a honey-rich syrup. Basically, it's 3 parts honey to 1 part hot water. You don't have to boil it forever. Just get some hot water, about an ounce, 3 ounces. And then I left a little spoon to mix it up. And on this, it's a 3/4 of an ounce per glass. So 1.5 ounces for 2. And then another 1.5 ounces. There you go.
Is that the same thing as simple syrup, or is that like a...
It is. So it's kind of a riff. The whole drink's a riff off of a French 75. Simple syrup would just be sugar and water, and then we're doing honey and water.
Yeah, I never
A little
thought to do
sweeter,
that, though.
another fun little flavor. Next thing we need are lime. About 3/4 ounces per. So in my calculations, that's going to be about 2.5. That's what we're going to do. We're going to call it good. Make sure you have your, great industrial squeezer, which can get juice out of a cork of wine. We did that one night. We were low in wine. I took the cork, put it in here, another glass of wine. I'm not saying it's amazing, but it's pretty amazing. And again, I think we're up to like 84 children from China that we put through college now buying this. So we're helping.
That's right.
We're givers. So there's our lime. Again, 1 more to grow on. Saving 1 for garnish.
Jeez.
I know. It's just unreal. Last thing, airmail, special delivery, emergency. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about this, and I don't want to promote it or anything like that. It's a pretty big deal in this house. We've been taking it for 79 days now. All of us COVID-free.
Yeah.
They can vouch. When they came in, I sprinkled it in their face. We did.
That's right, in the diffuser.
Yeah, we have the diffuser. Yeah, it's everywhere. We cook with it. But emergency, it's a vitamin C supplement, 1,000 milligrams. It's unbelievable. They don't sponsor the show. No, still.
Oh, come on, guys.
No,
Come on.
emergency. Thank you for
Emergency.
another day of not sponsoring us. All of it tonight. We're doing it all. Last thing we got to do, we got to mix it up and not break the glass. So I never used to have to say that before.
Yeah.
It's
I saw that live.
that was it was scary, wasn't
It
it?
was.
Did you start to cry?
I did for the
That was
alcohol.
great. That was the big night too. I made that whole. Oh,
Yeah, that's
The Vietnamese.
yeah, my
You
Vietnamese
got a
drink.
little, you got a little PTSD from that.
right.
I do. I'm still nervous. I mean, I flinched. I woke it up screaming, haven't I, Shelby?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna do about 10 seconds,
He's tried to shake the cat before.
and then there you go. Oh, nice.
Yes.
No broken
Safe.
glass. Safe. So I'm thinking about going with a metal mixer. I don't know. I'm on the fence, folks, but we'll see. Then I won't ever have to worry about it again. All right. Now you're going to chop these off all the way. Don't go short. Remember, you always drop a couple. It's very important. 2. There's a couple.
Few.
1 for each. Everybody will just. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That one's mine. All right. But we really do. We want to make sure that
Cold. It's cold.
got to be cold.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfection.
Okay. All right. Last thing we got to do. We're coming in, strainer. Putting it right on top of the ice. Here we go. So again, Caribbean French 75. So you want to go to highball. Now, there is a debate out there, I will tell you. The debate is Over ice or not over ice? Because the last part of this is champagne. French 75, you put it in a flute, it's bougie, there's no doubt about it, and that's how it works. But the original drink of this one, and if you go and order this, there's a 92% chance, based on what I just made up in my head, that you will get this served straight up. They will strain it, they'll put it in a champagne flute because they're going to pour champagne on it. That is, wait for it. Hello.
One of my favorite sounds.
And it's not right. This drink, the original one, remember it's rum, it's Caribbean. It's supposed to be in a highball, served over ice. This is the right way. Last thing you're gonna do is top it off with about 2 ounces of champagne. We'll have to come back because it's just gonna fizz up on us. But we'll finish this. We got time. We'll talk. And now you can use your brut champagne. That's mine. I did go Prosecco tonight. We talked about this. I know you have your notes and you remember. Champagne, made in France, double. They actually ferment in the bottle. It's more expensive. Prosecco, Italian.
That's right.
They fermented the second time in a steel vat. It keeps costs down, and we're cheap, so we get Prosecco.
I'm fine with that.
No, actually, this is a sweeter one as well, and it actually works better for drinks. That one's yours, Shelby. We give them the good glasses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
We'll
fine
take
with
these.
spills. I'm probably gonna spill mine.
Yeah, there you go. Well, after all those cocktails. Last thing we're going to do, we're going to come in and we're going to garnish this bad boy, bad girl, whatever your preference is. I'm not trying to put that on anyone. We're going to go with a delicious half of a lime wheel.
I thought you were gonna pull out some stamps. I really did.
I know. But I'm just all COVID and
That's
then
right.
licking
Yeah, you
them
don't wanna
and
do that. No.
you know. So just a little bit of lime on there. Then the other thing, because we're rum and all that, we have some nice fresh.
Ooh,
And then-
that's,
You have
Gotta wake
to.
it up.
Wait,
Oh.
what would you do again?
Snag it. Wake it up. And then everybody gets a sprig of mint.
oh, I love it.
It's going to give a nice little flavor. And
How did you know that was my favorite?
is mint?
It is. It is.
Oh, come on.
She
Yes.
loves mint.
Folks, this
I'm
is
a little
this-
obsessed.
It's not a magic act. This is all natural. This just happens. Folks, here you go. You're looking at
delicious.
the airmail.
Crazy.
Smell
Looks
it.
delicious.
Smell the. So I'm gonna give it a try. That's what I do. It smells good.
Aromatics.
Lime, it's, very aromatic. Oh, it's easy drink. It's so good. It's smooth. It's clean. You can't really, nothing jumps out at you. It's just a nice mellow, but it's got a lot of good flavor. Now, last thing I'll tell you, how did it get its name? Well, I already gave you one. A lot of people say it's called airmail because Cuba, Bacardi invented it, and it was purely as a promotional piece when airmail was coming out. One I like better was actually in Whitfield's book, the How To, Here's How. He said that this drink, here's how you make the airmail, and what he said was, it'll absolutely get you high. And I thought, that's
Nice.
I
solid.
like that one
Perfect.
better.
Yeah.
And then
that one better.
a later reference that came out to this, because this drink actually got big in the late 40s and early 50s. It was kind of a popular drink. And somebody made the comment that this is just like airmail. Airmail is the quickest way to get mail from point A to point B. This drink is the quickest way to get you from point A to point B. A, being sober. B, being drunk. And this will get you there in a hurry, because it's potent.
Alright.
I mean, and so here's what I'm doing. I'm going to
Okay,
hand these
thank you.
out. There you go. You guys get the
Thank
fancy
you.
glasses.
That's
Yeah.
Oh, hey, nothing
Looks
but the
great.
best for
Cheers.
friends. Here we go. We're coming in.
Cheers.
Little cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
Give you one here.
Chink.
Folks, there it is. It's Wednesday.
you.
You have been airmail humped. So there's your hump by airmail. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had fun tonight.
Oh,
we
wow.
have. What do you guys
That's
think?
Delicious.
This
That's
is
delicious.
This is
unpaid
awesome.
responses, folks. Unpaid.
No.
This is unsolicited.
Perfect drink for summer,
Mm.
even late summer.
It's refreshing.
There you
Yeah,
Isn't
this
it
is-
nice?
Yeah.
This is my kind of drink right here.
Yeah.
This is
Thank
solid
you.
stuff. Folks,
Yeah.
it's what we do here. It's why we live. It's not how we live. A couple nights a week it is, and it's taking a toll on us. But anyway, thanks for coming. We love you. Anybody else? The bar's open. Don't tell Governor DeWine, but we stay past 10 o'clock. Cheers. See you next week. See you Sunday. Love y'all. Bye.